Hey there YouTube, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Everybody ready for the weekend out there? Anybody going out getting in any Halloween trouble tomorrow night? We're just getting our first taste of fall here after another storm coming through. I sat around without my power on all day yesterday. Luckily it came back yesterday evening. My cable came back today. Didn't get much damage in the town, just knocked a couple of lines out. But anyhow, today I want to talk about things I eat daily on a raw food diet. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you go down and hit that subscribe button, then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you will stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, I'm eating some things today. I kind of got a little off because I wasn't able to, I had no electricity yesterday. And I also kind of got caught in one of those funny places where I didn't have a lot of ripe bananas, which I don't get caught in that position very often. And I don't like being in that position. So anyhow, these are the foods that I eat daily. This is the reason I wanted to do this video is I want to point people to this video. This is just kind of my blueprint here. This is how I jam every day. Now, when I say daily, I did take a little bit of creative license. I don't have this 365 days a year. I'll miss an item from time to time, but not very often. Not very often. A lot of the things on this list, they're pretty solid. And at the top of that list is bananas. I have eaten I wish that I had some sort of a place where I could hit a button and I could see how many bananas I have consumed over the past 8+ years on this lifestyle. Bananas, why? I know a lot of people, they get a little too deep on the banana thing and want to educate on bananas, and the bananas aren't real bananas anymore, and this banana and that banana. I require a large amount of food, and they're the bulk. They're the bulk because wherever you go, when I was in Costa Rica, bananas are practically free there. Well, they're not practically free, but they're very cheap there. I was getting bananas 8 to 10 cents a piece. Here in the States, I mean, it's still a fairly, reasonable item in most places here in the States, definitely where I am. So bananas. There are large amounts of bananas consumed in my diet every day. So that's why sometimes, I have been so banana heavy over the last 8+ years, I'm never telling people you can't do this lifestyle without bananas. I'm never telling you you can't do this if you don't like bananas. I'm just telling you got to find somebody else because that's just been such a big bulk of the calories that I take in. Number 2 would be kale. I have kale almost every day. I think I mentioned in a video recently I would rotate my green. I would love to rotate my greens, but I just don't get greens here like I did when I was in Costa Rica. When I was there, I had a choice. I could get arugula. I could get all kinds. I could get Swiss chard. I could get all kind of stuff. Here, the pickings are slim, so I just get these big bags of kale. And I've got a part of my smoothie on the counter in there right now. Most every day I have a large green smoothie which consumes both of these items, bananas and kale. I just like the leafy greens and I like the kale, and I think the kale, the spinach isn't all that I used to think it was, and spinach actually has some issues and things you can't absorb and whatever, so I like the kale. And I like the texture of the kale. I like the texture the kale gives me in my green smoothies. So yeah, I buy bag after bag after bag of that. I usually go through about 4 bags a week. The next one is lentil sprouts. I talked about this in several recent videos. When I say recent, I'm going back a couple or 3 months. Couple of 3 months is recent to me, but I know I did a video on legumes, and I think I actually talked about sprouts in another one. Look up lentil sprouts. I mean, sprouts in general are good, but I'm just talking about the very specific here for what they give you. Look up lentil sprouts. Lentil sprouts, like I said, I don't have my notes. I'm like a mad scientist. I got little papers like this of notes written. I've got like 3 pages, I think, written on legumes when I was doing that video, but the lentil sprouts in particular, they've got a lot of great nutrition, the protein, folates, I'm trying to think, lysine. I mean, they're just incredible. And also the sprouts, they are just a little bit more potent than the lentils themselves. And I think most sprouts are a little bit more potent than the actual, if you just had the vegetable or if you grew the the item and ate it. Usually, and this one is an interesting one on the list, and it may sound kind of a little bit strange, and I just put the things I eat daily on a raw food diet, another fruit. And what I mean by another fruit, and I'm not currently doing that. That's something I wanted to just include because it's been such a big part of my plan for so long, or just how I call it a plan. It's not really a plan. It's just how things shaped up. It's just kind of how things have come together over years of doing this. So I like up until, about 8 months ago when we got into this, where where we're not going to the store as much and things are not coming in like they used to. I haven't been getting mangoes. I used to love, prior to 8 months ago, and especially in Costa Rica, I kept a lot of other fruit around. Bananas have always been the bulk of my diet, but I've always had other fruit throughout the day, and higher water content fruit, usually mango, papaya, pineapple, something like that. Now, like I say, I haven't been making my trips to Pensacola like I used to, and I haven't been getting to the Asian markets as much, but my preferred is mangoes. Great day is having a lot of bananas, having some kale in a smoothie, having my lentil sprouts, and having some mango. But I'd settle for some papaya. I'd prefer to have some papaya right now because it's been so long since I've had any good papaya. I found a special on pineapples last year, but I haven't had much luck so far this year. Anyhow, I think I'm just kind of talking to myself there as I'm doing this video. I'm like, I think it's about time to buy, even though they're kind of pricey, buy a couple more pineapples and maybe go down to the Mexican bodega. But yeah, I like that. I like having the higher water content fruit in my day as well as what the nutrition and the vitamins. You got a lot of vitamin C in both mango and pineapple, and all these fruits are just filled with stuff. And then the last one is, and there's probably other stuff I do, but the last one I included in there is a green powder. Now, I'm not big on products, and I'm not big on powders and all that kind of stuff, but over 8+ years, I have used 2 powders very consistently, and I'm happy with them. And yeah, I would recommend it to both of them to people. The first one is Daily Green Boost. It's an organic barley grass juice powder. I've been using this for years. I've checked him out a lot. I've looked at how his method of processing this stuff, and it's good stuff. And it's just extra. It's like trying to work on those greens, getting more greens in all the time. And that Daily Green Boost will do that. I love having a double bang of making a green smoothie, packing in as much kale as possible, and then putting in a serving of Daily Green Boost. And then my other powder, which you've already anticipated if you've been watching me for any amount of time, is spirulina. Love spirulina. I love everything about spirulina. I even like the taste of spirulina. Even if I found out tomorrow that spirulina wasn't good for you, I probably wouldn't give it up because I just like the taste so much. I make nice cream with it. I do all kind of stuff with spirulina. I put it in my smoothies. I make nice cream with it. And sometimes I'll just do a smoothie, like I'll put it in with my regular kale smoothies, but I'll also make a smoothie of just bananas and spirulina. Love the stuff. Love the stuff so much I've actually pondered before what would happen if I cut a line of spirulina and snorted it. But those 5 things right there, and I thought a little bit about this because I kind of came up, I said, okay, now how, people are always just wanting to know how I do it, what I do, why I blah, 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 but it just boils down to very simple, basic things. I just kind of do the same simple things over and over and over, day after day. In fact, I've gotten so, I won't say I've gotten bored with food. I just have no interest in making food, putting effort into food. That I've just been very robotic the past, probably the past couple of months. I generally haven't had it today because got off with the storm, not having frozen bananas, but I'll generally have nice cream every day. I'll generally have a big green smoothie every day, and I'll generally have a big salad every day. Now the variety comes in the salads and the flavors in the nice cream. I'll mix it up. I might use a different dressing on the salad. I might put something different on there. And I do add some cooked food in there. I put a sweet potato or something on there. But yeah, That's basically it right there. That is the blueprint for my lifestyle. I wish I had more to share sometimes. You know, I sit and I go through my Instagram sometimes and I'm like, your simple lifestyle doesn't do you any favors on Instagram because it kind of gets repetitive and it probably gets a little boring from time to time, you know, not seeing something different and exciting all the time. But then again, I don't do what I do for Instagram. I don't do what I do for YouTube. I just like to share what I do on there, just kind of let people see it, let people know. But I'm not going to let that kind of stuff dictate what I eat. Now I will every once in a while. I mean, full disclosure, I'll put on a show and I'll make a special recipe or I'll buy something special to share it, but not very often. Most days, like get up in the morning, have my ice cream in the morning, have my salad middle of the day, and have my green smoothie mid to late afternoon. Boom, that's it. With, you know, a few things, maybe a few miscellaneous things thrown in between. And I try to keep my hydration up. I have not transitioned away from watermelon season great yet. I'm not drinking enough water, but I'm trying to be on myself every day to make sure I drink more and more. It's just so easy to hydrate in the summertime when you got watermelon juice to hydrate on. But anyhow, hope that maybe helps you a little bit. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and have a great weekend. Peace.